Well, what do you know, Grizzlies? Welcome back. We're here for the March edition of the KZZK Blind Pig Beers of the Month. Please disregard the fact that we were away last month. I don't know that you noticed or not, but we did. It's time to have some more beer. And this month, we've got something that I don't think we've ever had before. It comes from Boulder Brewing, and I don't think I've ever even tasted it before, Sean.
No, it's an APA from them, an American Pale Ale. It's dry hop, and while you might not be familiar with theirs, there is another one in the area that Schlafly's makes out of St. Louis. If you've had some of the APA style before, you know it's a little hoppier, but it's not quite an IPA where it's going to come up and slam you in the face.
Yeah, it's about a step down from an IPA, so those of you that think IPA is a little too overpowering, too bitter, which I personally am not a huge IPA fan, but the American Pale Ales are very good. You still get the hops, you still get a little bit of bitterness, but it's not overpowering. This one's out of Boulder, Colorado, like I said. It's actually, just last week was the first time that we could even get it in this area, so it's a brand new beer. A lot of people may not have even tasted it. They're just now getting it in the stores here in town. I think you might be able to pick it up at one of the Wine and Spirits, something like that, but you're not going to get it on tap anywhere else, so definitely stop by the Pig this month and check it out.
And they're a place after your own heart, too, because a lot of their beers are brewed at their brew pub to be paired with food.
Right, yeah, exactly. And this was it was actually a specialty beer that they used to make just one keg at a time, but it was so popular they decided to start mass producing it, and now, like I said, it's spread out all the way over to Illinois, so it's a good one.
Boulder Brewing Company out of Colorado. This is the Hazed and Infused. Is that right? Hazed?
Hazed and Infused, yes.
Hazed, it's not exactly clear filtered, and Infused, it's the double hops infusion. I know if you want to get beer geeky, Centennial's one of the hops that they use, and the other one slips my mind right now, but it is really a 2-hop ingredient beer, and you can taste that as it jumps up on you.
Oh, yeah.
Very crisp. How much?
$4 a pint.
$4. Come and enjoy it here at the Blind Pig. I don't know what we've gotten ourselves into for this one. This is a whole lot of complicated here from the Bell's people in Michigan. At first, you put your nose up here, and it smells like good morning. It's time for coffee. This is the it's the Bell's?
Bell's Brewing out of Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Their Java Stout. If you haven't had the Bell's before, it is quite a variety line. I got introduced to it with the Two-Hearted Ale. Mm-hmm. They have the Hell Hath No Fury. They have the Expedition Stout as well.
Yes.
And this is one of their stouts, one of their seasonals, and it is the Java Stout. And this is actually made, the basis for it is coffee. And it's made by a place called Water Street Coffee there in Michigan as well. And so they have their own locally produced coffee used, roasted obviously, but for the basis of the Java Stout. And it is... There's a whole lot of nose to this one.
This is, it's that, there's a million combinations of coffee and beer. It's legendary. But this is really heavy up on the coffee. We're going to talk about waking up and having a good morning with your breakfast. This might get the job done. What's the alcohol content on this?
It's up there.
7.5.
7.5%
ABV. So it is one that you might only need one of to get through the morning.
Very true.
Because that's when this is best. Coffee stout is in the morning.
There was a lot going on here. There's almost a little tanginess to it.
It does.
Wow.
And because you have the coffee bean in there as well, you get a little bit of chocolate note as well. So it smooths it out, some of the more aggressive rough edges.
Yeah, and Bell's is, it's one of the better up-and-coming, craft breweries. Like I said, it's out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. And their Oberon was the first one that I tried. It's their summer seasonal.
Now, that'll get you in trouble, too, because that ABV is like 9%. Quaid and I like to take that one disc golfing in the summertime.
Yeah, I'm sure this summer they'll probably be featured on our Beers of the Month. But
you can't go wrong. All of the Bell stuff is fantastic. And these might be the last couple of weeks of winter. You want to combine your beer with your coffee. The Java Stout, you can get it here. It's on tap here at the Blind Pig. You can hit it 12th and Lynn. Jeremy, we're going to give this for what?
We're going to go ahead and do $4 a pint, even though that's actually way less than it should be. But since it's the beer of the month, we're going to go $4 a pint on it.
Special deal for you Grizzlies. Come by and have it. The Bell's Java Stout, one of the beers this month on the KZZK Blind Pig Beers of the Month.